Hi there, my name is Johnny Stewart. I would sometimes be seen unwelcome, um, but most of the time we would be found at the very front row beside the piano. That'd be myself, uh, my wife Claire, and our three lovely daughters Libby, Evie, and Annie. They're going to be 9 months old at the end of next week. Um, and I suppose what we'd be really missing from church is the relationships that we have, seeing people and catching up on a Sunday. We've taken a step back from youth club and youth fellowship, but would have been quite involved in those as well. So there's been a lot of change this year, but we're definitely missing getting a chat over coffee after the service. Um, my interests normally centre around sport. I love watching it, love playing it. I used to play a lot of rugby, but more recently I've been um, on my bike, holding up traffic on the peninsula, going down to Portaferry for a scone or over to Cumber. So I'm really missing that because it gives you a really good opportunity to catch up with people and vent or just enjoy the countryside. And obviously, we're not allowed to travel too much for our exercise these days. So it's something that I look forward to getting back to whenever all the restrictions are lifted. I have to say that I've been really enjoying seeing the videos that have been online so far. So if you haven't seen those, definitely go on and check them out. For me, Easter is a time of hope. It's a time of renewal, new birth. Christmas is a very important time for us as Christians where we celebrate Jesus' birth. But in Easter, a lot of promises are fulfilled in his death and resurrection. And that's a promise that we can claim over our lives that the enemy's defeated, that death has been defeated, that death couldn't hold him down. And I was really looking forward to the communion service that Ballywalter was to be hosting this year on Good Friday, and also the dawn service is just a highlight of my Easter weekend. Just getting up early and going and spending time together, the sunrise and singing songs and hearing from Gareth and praying together, and then having breakfast in the hall afterwards. And then also we've got a mini family tradition where my relatives come up to Ballywalter to celebrate Easter Monday with us. So it's just a shame that that event's not going ahead, but I've made sure to invite them to the virtual event so that they can see the photographs of the bonnets and the decorated eggs and everything. So look forward to seeing what you have to share through that. The verse that I would like to share with you comes from 1 Corinthians 15. That's just where Paul's talking to the church in Corinth about death losing its sting and the enemy's defeated, and that's a promise that we can claim over our lives. And the chapter finishes with verse 58, which says, "Therefore stand firm, let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labour is not in the Lord is not in vain." And to me, it's very difficult at the moment to say the word stand firm. You don't say stand firm to someone in good times or when things are going right. You say stand firm whenever they're being punished or whenever they're being attacked or whenever things aren't going well. And there's definitely encouragement to be taken from the idea that death has been defeated, but it's not something to be approached lightly or something that we are normally very comfortable talking about. But my encouragement to you would be to stand firm, centre your life in Christ, and continue to do the good work of the Lord, whether it's doing phone calls, speaking to people, good deeds that you can do, socially distant, whatever you can do to continue to live out your faith at these difficult times. And I look forward to hearing from people. Feel free to fire me a text or a message on Facebook, whatever, just to tell me how you're getting on. And really looking forward to getting back together as a congregation